Hi, I'm Michael Giblin, the creator of OrchestraExcerpts.com, and these are the violin audition excerpts that are requested for the 2017 Indiana All-State Orchestra, and you can learn more about them and the other audition requirements at indianaasta.org. So I'm going to cover some of the bowing and fingering options you can use to work on these excerpts, as well as cover some mistakes to avoid so that you can have a great audition recording. So grab your Beethoven's Wellington Victory Symphony, and we're in the second part, and let's get started at letter I. Okay, so at letter I get started on the fourth finger, and these are just 16th notes. They're not tremolo, right? And then shift down to third position here. I just do 3-3. Now somewhere in these three measures, you need to shift back to the first finger. It doesn't really matter where, or you can go anywhere, probably not in the middle of the eighth notes. And then this isn't really a shift back to the G. It's probably just an extension, because for the F sharp is normally where we would fall. Same thing again. Try not to compress these 16th notes. Try to spread them out a little bit. So then it's the same thing the second time. Now for the bowings in this measure, I like to separate them, the four notes and four notes, so that this dotted half note is down bow, and you're going to retake. So for the fingerings, there's a couple different options. I like to do it just in one shift, and then shift here on the bow change. But some people might like to do two shifts. I'm not a big fan of that. It's just a lot of steps. The third option you could do is jump over to the A string here, find the this harmonic, and then you're just already there. That's quite a big shift, and it's a little risky if you miss it. So I like just starting on keeping it all on the E string. I would really work on practicing just this 4-1, because that's really the hard part. Okay? If you were a wind player, you'd have to breathe right here. And string players, we want to do this as well. So retake so that these eighth notes are starting pretty close to the frog. And then I shift down in between that half step. And then I shift back up to a 1 here. Same thing again. We'll shift down in that half step. The stroke for these eighth notes is pretty off the string, and just make sure you're pretty close to the frog. A great way to practice this whole passage so that it doesn't rush ahead is to practice playing all of the eighth notes. So that when you go back to playing just the notes, you'll still hear those subdivisions in your head, and you won't be tempted to rush ahead.